I'm back again with another video. You're watching Learn With Me YouTube channel. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss some of the Automata Fix questions. I already told you what is Automata Fix, right? But I'll tell you again. Automata Fix is an online assessment which is included for the placements in Cognizant in order to check their coding ability. So now in this video, we'll be discussing some of those Automata Fix questions. I apologize for the background noise if you got any. So here is the first question. I'll read the question for you. Check for syntax error or logic error and correct the error to get the desired output. So they'll give you given n value and we need to print from n to 0. So if n is given as 4, so we need to print the values as 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So we need to print from the given n value to 0th value. So this is the basic thing they are asking. So and they are also asking to check any logical errors if present in order to get this desired output. Okay, we need to get this output. Okay, now let's check the program. Int main, we can write int main. Okay, here int n, the declaration is correct, and scanf, okay, this is also correct. Here we copied this n value into this I value. So this n value is copied into I value. For example, if n is given as 4, as you can see here, this is copied into I value here. See, to copy this I value, we need not to declare here unsigned for this. We can just declare as int I is equals to n. Then only this loop gets repeated. See, print from n to 0. So n should not be less than, see, I should not be less than 0. According to this, we need to print value from the given number to 0. So in order to print from given number to 0, the given number should be positive. For positive values, you need not to declare unsigned value. You can just declare int I is equals to n. And moreover, if you declare negative number here, this loop doesn't repeat. So I value should be positive. In order, here you are copying n value to I. So n should be a positive number, right? So now you will get this desired output if you remove this unsigned value. If you present this unsigned value, your output will be the infinite loop. Your output will be infinite loop if you present this unsigned before the declaration of I, because this unsigned value ranges from 0 to 65,535 as you see on the screen, which will take in cyclic order. So if you keep on doing I minus minus, it will repeat from 0 to 65,535 to 0, and after reaching 0 again it repeats from 0 to 65,535 and so on. It keeps on repeating. So you will get infinite loop as output if you write unsigned int. What they asked to check any logical or syntax error. So we need to remove this in order to get this desired output. So that's the major thing. So this loop will never be terminated. So it should be written as int I is equals to n, as I told you. So I hope you understood this question. Let's skip on to the next question. So here we need to find the factorial of given number. Okay, the factorial of a given number can be found out. Okay, so this is the basic program for finding factorial of a number, and we need to check any syntax or logic error to get the desired output. Okay, here we can write int main. Okay, we can declare long int, no problem, and we are scanning that value. Here the problem arises because we are declaring n variable as long int, right? We are declaring n variable as long int. So the format specifier should be %ld, not %d, because we should be %ld, because The data type here we are specifying is long int. For long int, the format specifier is percentage %ld. And moreover here fact also, as and this is one error, okay, and this for loop is correct, okay, this for loop executes successfully. And while printing that value, again we need to print using percentage %ld. Here we need to print using percentage %ld, because here we are declared fact variable and n variable as long data type. So we need to use some format specifiers. If not, you'll get output this one, which is not the factorial of 20. See, for one one factorial you'll get 1, for 2 factorial you'll get 2, for 3 factorial you'll get 6. So you're getting only positive numbers, not a negative number. But for 20 you're getting negative number, which is a wrong thing. So we need to modify this as percentage %ld, since it is a long int data type. We need to use the specified format specifier. So the specified format specifier for long int is percentage %ld. And moreover, while printing fact also belongs to the same data type, so you need to write percentage %ld. So this will be the basic format codes. Okay, for character, to read a character from user, you need to use %c. For int, you can use %i or %d, anyone but not both. For unsigned, you can use %u or x or o. Okay, for long int, so this for long int we need to use %ld, but not for %d. Okay, I think you got the point. So this is regarding format specifiers. So you should use %ld here as well as here. If you use %ld, then you will get the correct output. Okay, I hope you understood. Let's skip on to the next question. Okay, check whether the below program print the below pattern. Okay, we need to print this pattern. This is the desired output that we wanted. So we need to check whether this program will gives you the desired output for the input value 3. Let's check it out. So void main declaration is correct, no problem. Int ijn, the declaration is correct. Scanf, okay, the declaration is correct. Okay, for I is equals to 1, I less than n, I plus plus, which is correct. For j is equals to 1, j less than n, j plus plus. So we need to follow this loop and check whether we'll get the desired output or not. Okay, for I is equals to n, I is equals to 1, which is less than n. So 1 less than 3, where the condition is true. So which enters into this j loop, that is inner for loop. For j is equals to 1, which is less than 3, which is again true. So we'll get we'll print I value. So 1 is printed on the screen. Okay, next, again j value is incremented since the condition is true. Okay, 2 less than 3, again condition true. So I value is 1, again 1 will be printed on the screen. Again 3 less than 3, condition false. 3, j value is incremented by 1, so 3 less than 3, condition is false, so will not be printed on the screen, just this will be printed on the screen. Okay, then print /n, then you are coming to the next line. Again j is equals to 1, again I value will be incremented, I value will be 2 now. 2 less than 3, condition true, condition true. So will come into inner for loop. Again j value is 1, 1 less than 3, condition becomes true again. So I value is 2 will be printed on the screen. For 2, again 2 will be printed. Similarly for I value 3, 3 will be printed like this. Do you get this output? Okay, again you are printing the same thing, right? So we'll get this output, but we need this output. As you can see on the screen, the desired output is different and what we got is different. So we need to modify the code. What we need to modify? We need to, the outer for loop is true. The outer for loop is correct because we have 3 lines here and we are getting 3 lines here. So this I value is different, but here the values in the first line, second line and third line are entirely different to the desired output and what we got. So we need to modify the inner for loop to get our output. To modify our inner for loop, we need to modify this j value. See, if you write j as I minus 1 or something related like that. So if you write I as j minus 1 here, I minus 1, that is j is I minus 1, then you will get the desired output. Okay, if you want, we'll check that. See, again I value is 1 less than 3. You can see here the condition is true, which enters into the loop. Here j is I minus 1, I value is 1, so j is 0 less than 3, condition is true. So you're gonna print that output. And 1 is less than 3, condition is true, so you're gonna print that output. 2 less than 3, condition is true, and you're gonna print that output. But 3 is not less than 3. As you can see here, 3 is not less than 3, so you will not print the output, but we need another one value, right? So you need to write j less than or equals to n here. In the sense, then you will get 3 less than or equals to 3 again, right? Which is true. 3 is less than or equals to 3, which is true. So again, one time the loop will repeat and I value will be printed on the screen. So this is the modification that we need to done to the given code, so that this desired output will be printed on the screen. Okay, let's skip on to the next question. This is the next question. We need to find the greatest of 3 numbers. Okay, already some code is written. We need to check whether this code returns the greatest of 3 numbers. So the user has to give 3 numbers and it should return the greatest value. Okay, let's check with syntaxes. Valid declaration int main, and this is a valid declaration. Scanf percentage du. Okay, valid declarations. So here comes the question. See, for logical and compares any 2 values, 2 or more values, but here we are using 2 values. So in order to compare this, first we need to compare num1 with num2, but not both like that, right? So we need to use this brackets here. Just a second, we need to use this brackets here, not here. Okay, and here. See, you need to write condition for if in parenthesis. If, here you need to write some condition and you need to close that bracket. So you wrote num1 is greater than num2, logical, and num1 is greater than num3, but you are not following this braces. So we need to close one here and we need to open one here to check the condition. So this is one thing, and here you need to use space for else if. Okay, then when you compare, okay, let's take an example. Let's num1 be 10, num2 be 20, and num3 be 6. This is 20, not 26. Okay, and num3 be 6. Let's compare. Num1 greater than num2, 10 is greater than 20, true, so returns 1. Logical and, again logical and operation takes place here. Logical and num1 greater than num3, num1 value is 10, num3 value is 6, 10 greater than 6, true, so 1 returns value, so the greatest number is 10. Here 10 is printed, but it's not the greatest number since we are comparing another number, right? Here I'm sorry for the mistake. Here 10 is not greater than 20, so you will get 0 here. 0 logical and 1. So you will not print this output. It checks num2 greater than num3. Here num2 20 is greater than 6. So num2 will be printed as the biggest one. This else loop will execute only if these statements are not executed. If any one of these statements, that is if or else if or, will not get executed, then only this else statement will execute. Any one statement, that is if or else if, will execute, else will not execute. So this is the thing. So what this curly braces are missing? Nothing more. So this is the truth table of and. See, if first statement is true and if first statement is false and second statement is false, the output will be false. If any one of the statement, that is either first statement or second statement, any one of the statement is true, then the result is false. Same, if any one of the statement is true, the result is false. If both statements are true, the result is true. Or you can say like this: if and only if, and gets output only if all the statements are true. If any one of the statement is false, the result will be false. If any one of the statement is false, the result is false. Here you can see here the first statement and second statement is false. Both are false, so you'll get false again. So this is the basic truth table of AND gate. So you can see here for the example, here these braces are missing. These braces are missing. This should be replaced with this one. So this is the thing happened. Okay. Then let's find the syntax error for this question. Find the syntax error in the below code without modifying the logic. So we need not to modify the logic. That means whatever the logic written in this braces, we need not to modify. We just need to check whether there is any syntax error or not. Okay, int main declaration, perfect. Float, okay, declaration super. Switch case declaration is correct, but we should not use floating points as parameters for switch case. We need to use only integer values. Only integer values should be used as a parameter. Only integer, no other values, because you cannot see for switch case you will be having cases in numeric values but not in point values or floating point values. So you should not use a floating point parameter in switch case. So this is the basic syntax error. So you can see here the expression used in switch case must be integral type, either int or char or enum. Enum is a user defined data type. I'll tell you in my further videos. So any other data type is not allowed. Here we used int. Int is used as a parameter to switch case. So this should not be used. That is the error. So this question is very easy. I hope you understood it. So this should be replaced. So you need to replace the code with this one to get the desired output. Nothing more. Here the floating point is removed and it is written as int, and here floating point is removed. That's it. Okay, let's see this question. Find the logic error in the below code. Okay, there is some logic error in the below code. We need to find that. How can we find that? You can ask me a question. You don't have input or you don't have output. How can you find the logic error? Right? We need to find the logic error for the below code. Okay, we need to find logic error, right? Okay, let's check the program. Void main, which is correct. The declaration is correct. Here the looping is correct. Here we are finding the logic error since we are telling compiler. See, why we use semicolon in C programming is to explain or to tell the compiler it is an end of statement. If we use semicolon here, this loop will not be executed. It executes only one time, and moreover for the next time the loop will not be repeated. Since we are using semicolon here, the loop gets terminated. So we need to remove this semicolon. If we remove this semicolon, the loop executes perfectly. So this is the thing. If I use semicolon in C statement to tell the compiler to our end statement, and second loop executes only for the one time because we use semicolon here. So this is the thing. That's all for the today. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for further updates. And moreover, this is the part 1 video of this Automata Fix. I'll release 3 parts of this video since we need to cover a lot of questions asked in this AMCAT fix. Okay, thank you. If you want to follow me on Instagram page, I'll give you link in the description so that you can follow me on the Instagrams. For any future explanations, for any conceptual explanations, please comment me in the comment box so that I will explain you the concepts which you have mentioned in the comment box. Thank you.